Greetings, my spooktacular students, and welcome to a special Fallout 4 mini build I put together for you guys to celebrate one of my favorite holidays. And that holiday is none other than Halloween. You know me, I love celebrating all kinds of holidays, but I always do something special on Halloween in particular. It's usually a walkthrough of a scary game, and I call it the Halloween Horror Arcade. Last year, I did an extended play of Evil Within 2. Links below in the iCard above if you want to check that out. There weren't really any scary games that I thought were worth playing this year, so I decided to do a really creative Halloween build that I think you guys are going to enjoy. It's a little in-game Halloween party, and I invited a bunch of my favorite companions to the table. And as you can see, my character is in costume wearing a pack mask that looks sort of like a horrific hybrid between an elephant and a donkey, which is also a subtle reminder to vote next Tuesday if you're old enough to vote. And what's for dinner at the table besides Halloween candy, you ask? Well, it's Soylent Ghoul. Now, of course, as always, the entire thing was built without mods. You ready for the torture? I mean, tour. Well, follow me. Okay, well, there's a lot going on, so let me give you the gist of it. In the center is the dinner table with ghoul chairs. To the right is a conveyor belt that serves up the Soylent Ghoul. In the background there, you can see the great pumpkins watching over the party. Over here is the trough where the Soylent Ghoul gets dropped, along with the bones and all the parts that don't get processed. It comes in bottles and bags, your preference. And how do we make the Soylent Ghoul? Well, stick around. Lots of wild and crazy Halloween decor everywhere. We have witches' brooms and pumpkins and skulls galore. I guess the theme is sort of like a cross between the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, a haunted hayride, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Such a cool splayed out skeleton there. Got lots of witches' pets around too, including cats, wolves, and hounds of the Baskervilles. Now back there is the Soylent Ghoul grinder, which you'll see how it's loaded and processes in a moment. And then we have the cages where our lucky ghouls get to turn into dinner. And in case any of them try to escape, we have our death scorpion ready to hunt them down. As you can see, it's already brought back a few stragglers and feasted on them. There's Strong, dressed up like Erickson for Halloween, and one of the bathroom beavers, who I know are going to plague me in Fallout 76. You got Piper and Kate. Catmeat decided to follow me over here for the party. He's pretending to be the Cheshire Cat for Halloween. Got the funky punch bowl centerpiece there, which is supposed to be sort of a cross between a witch's cauldron and a crystal ball. Everything is lit up so perfectly, which you can only imagine took a while. Okay, now a peek at how the sausage is made, or in this case, the Soylent Ghoul. The ghouls are released. That's so creepy. They'll eventually get lured up to the abattoir above, where they're put out of their misery and carried over to the cannon on the conveyor belt. Now I just step on the pressure plate to drop them into the cannon. Ready, aim, and fire. They are shot into the grinder, which then turns on and starts grinding them up, cooking them, and packaging them into bottles and bags of Soylent Ghoul. With a little fireworks display for the fun of it, because fireworks are awesome. We'll try it with 3 this time. Let's do it again real quick so we can get a few more in there. Now you should see the processor on the left chugging. And the Soylent Ghoul starts making its way down the conveyor belt for anyone who wants refills. We add a little rum and pumpkin spice flavoring so the attendees lap it up. I imagine the bottles are more like beverages and the bags are more like Jello shots. I'm not insane, I promise. It's all good fun. And that's about it, my friends. Now I'm going to sit down with my guests here and enjoy the rest of the party. I hope you have a very happy Halloween. Cheers. All right, if you watch to the end of the video, you get to hear the answer to your most burning question. Did I really make food products from dead ghouls? Well, obviously not, but that's what's so awesome about building in Fallout 4. You can create virtual illusions with your builds and tell your story how you want it. Now I actually have a bunch of extra footage, some really cool stuff and some pretty funny stuff too. So if you want me to make a quick behind the scenes video, make sure you leave a like on the video and comment below. And there's much more Fallout 4 ahead, despite Fallout 76 coming up soon. Thanks for sticking around and have a safe rest of the holiday.